MusicOnline UK.
And that was Happy Day by Ian King. Now the first thing to notice about this piece is that it is in a swing rhythm. As it says at the beginning, you can see there, swing. And then you have a marking that says 2 quavers equals a long and a short triplet quaver. So for example, the quavers at the beginning of the right hand are not played like straight quavers, but swung with the first of every pair longer and the second of every pair shorter. Long, short, long, like that. Here is the first phrase. That was actually the first line, not the first phrase, which brings me to my next point. Now, look again carefully at the music. You can see here that there is a curvy line that shows the phrasing, and it goes from the first note until that tied note there. Then there is another phrase mark from this note until here. That means that there is some sort of a breath between these two phrases. Now it might be tempting to play this piece all in one phrase like this. However, it should be played with a slight breath between the phrases. Can you hear the difference? Here are the first 2 lines. The next thing to notice are the rests on the 3rd line. Again, you can see here that there is a rest in the left-hand part on the 3rd line. And this rest goes exactly underneath that 2nd quaver there. The same is true in the next bar. There is a rest under the 2nd quaver, and in the next bar, a rest under the 2nd quaver. Be careful to release these crotchet left-hand chords exactly on that 2nd quaver each time, like this, and off. Also notice that there is a big dynamic contrast between the 3rd line and the 4th line, and you will get extra marks in the exam for making this contrast. Finally, there are a few things to notice in the last couple of bars. First of all, it says slow down. Then you will notice that this long G in the lower part of the right hand needs to be held underneath the 2 chords on top, like this. Notice that that G is still being played. And finally notice the little lines on top of these 2 chords. They are called tenuto marks. Now tenuto means to hold the note fairly long but not joined to the next note, a slight separation. So for example, you would play. There's a separation between those 2. They're not staccato. It's long but separated. And that is Happy Day by Ian King.